We'll start out with introductions, and this is me. I can't. My name is FinalHarps, and I am joined here with.
Greatest Gamer 00 and
And I mashed the Stampede.
All right, now this podcast, we decided to discuss: does growth happen when you do giveaways, or does it just inflate your numbers? And I've been involved in a couple giveaways. I know Greatest Gamer's been involved, and Mash the Stampede has been involved. Let's start with Mash the Stampede with his giveaway. How did that what was the giveaway, and explain everything and how you ran it and what happened about it?
Sure. So actually, I did a couple of giveaways now that I think about it. Maybe a handful. When I was more active on Instagram with the Two Stupid Gamers account, I tried to do I would give away like a little, just something, or we would try to find it. Again, the point being to get that engagement. The last one that I did with the Twitch channel was a giveaway for. I didn't do it in the traditional sense that people do giveaways online to get people to come to their channel and follow and all that stuff. I did it for the purpose of I really like this game. I had a little bit of disposable income back in February, and I thought to myself, well, I'll get 2 collector's edition, one for myself, and then I'll give another one to one lucky person, and hopefully they enjoy the game. And then that one was based on. I just took the names down anytime somebody entered, did that over the course of a week or so, and then I have this big prize wheel, like a physical prize wheel. You could put one into your Twitch stream. Some people do that with OBS or Streamlabs OBS, but I have a physical prize wheel. I just wrote their names down and I flipped it, and FinalHarps actually won that prize.
Yeah.
Yep. Unfortunately, we're still waiting on that because that game got pushed back.
Wow.
But it should be coming out in a month from now.
Yeah, and I definitely will stream it once I get it because I'm kind of curious what it's about. But
that was the point. That was the whole point.
So now, when you did that giveaway, did you see any growth with that? Did you see new congruent viewers or new anything?
So I would say no. I would just say increase in participation for the point of now people had another thing to engage with. That's kind of what I think a healthy way to look at a giveaway is. It's not really something that's going to build up your. This is what's going to. We are going to build our channel upon. It's no, but now there's another thing that people can look forward to, that you could reward the people that have been supporting your channel for a little while. So yeah, I mean, our regulars were talking a little bit more in terms of asking questions about the giveaway. They were talking in terms of asking how to enter the giveaway, what the game is. We spoke on Discord as well, and in private messages, to just chat about some of the details about the giveaway, if they qualify or if they would be interested in it or something like that. But in terms of overall, no, I don't think it was the point. I think another thing that I think another thing that usually people do when they do giveaways is they don't do a specific game. They definitely don't do an obscure JRPG. And they don't do a collector's edition you sent to someone. What they do is a Amazon gift card, because that's kind of a catch-all. So you could literally buy whatever you want with an Amazon gift card,
And rule of thumb, if you ever do a giveaway, don't ever send cash because laws come into play at that point.
I had no idea about that.
You can send gift cards, you can send, and that's for if anyone wants to host a giveaway, you can send a gift card or a gift. No actual cash, because there's laws involved with that. It's because it can be considered a gambling thing, and then gambling, it's weird. Yeah,
right.
I don't know the actual legality of it, but that's in place. So you say it kind of engaged, you more so did it for your congruent viewers that are religiously following you.
No, I did it because I like the series and I wanted to support it. And as you guys know, you support games that you like with your wallet. You buy a second copy and or another copy again, or on another platform, or in this case, a copy for someone else.
Fair enough. So you did it just to help the game, but you utilized it to be able to bring your community together too, to learn what this game is, and like
Yeah.
that's really cool. It's a really cool outcome. That's like
Increase awareness about it.
Yeah. Now,
Plus, I really enjoy it, and I think someone out there will enjoy it as well. So that was kind of the idea.
Bloodvix and my wife makes a very good point. Giveaways only inflate numbers. Well, I was about to get the inflation part, but if you're doing giveaways to like-minded individuals of the genre that you do, you'll be able to bring more people in and probably possibly watch what you're doing, and maybe you gain a viewer. Now, I did 2 giveaways. One I was just a part of with a friend, a big Twitch streamer. His name is SMK Gaming 05. He's the one who got me started in all this, and he put me and Blood on this giveaway. I think it was like for Amazon gift card, like $200 or something, and our numbers shot up from 0 to like 400 followers on Twitch, and Twitter blew up the same way, and so did my YouTube. Now, but the issue with this was, I never saw those people who followed me. Never did. I ran another one where Greatest Gamer was involved, and we were giving away a Switch Lite. Same person hosting it, SMK, but different people on board. It was me, my wife, Greatest, and Soromaro. And we all had bigger numbers. I didn't see anything from that, and that shot me up to almost like 600 followers, right? On Twitch. I haven't seen any one of those people. I came here because of this, and I'm like, why am I going to keep doing giveaways like this? Yeah, I'm getting exposure, but does the exposure mean anything? Like, I notice, like, when I go into a channel that's doing a giveaway, and they do a giveaway, then I'm there. I have not gone back, and I won a giveaway. I just randomly put in, was playing a game with my son, just had it on, and I won $10. I was like, what? Okay, I'll take it. Whatever. But I never been back, because the content doesn't entice me. It was just, there was a giveaway there. Now, what were you going to say, Mash?
Yeah, no, I was just gonna say that there was another giveaway that I did before this, and these are the kinds of giveaways that I like to do because you already have the thing and it's pretty easy to ship out, so it's not really like a extra burden on you. But I bought a Humble Bundle. I had an extra game that I already had, so I have the code for it, but I already had that game. I didn't really, I wasn't gonna use the code, so I decided to theme. There was like a stream related to that series, and then I gave away the code. And yeah, I mean, at that point I remember there was a bunch of regulars in the stream, and they were they were all participating. They all wanted to win the code. There was someone that really wanted to win the code, and they were really upset that they didn't win the code. Like, you could tell, and that was a regular person. And then the person that won was somebody that had just followed. I've not seen that person before, and I had not seen that person since.
Right.
So I immediately felt bad. I was like, man, maybe I should just do it for like just regulars. That was my first lesson into this. Like, yeah, I mean, people will just show up for the giveaway and then they're gone and you don't see them again.
Yeah.
Not that I really am like trying to buy someone to come and view my streams, but it kind of feels like, well, if I'm going to give it away to someone, I kind of want to give it away to someone that I can talk to later and say like, hey, how are you enjoying the code? How's the game? Et cetera, et cetera.
Yeah, I know, Blood. He's doing the same thing. That's what I'm saying. And your camera got blurry when whatever you just did, Greatest.
Me?
Yeah, no, the camera is just weird.
Fair enough. All right, let's move it to you, Greatest, because you were a part of my Nintendo Switch Lite giveaway.
Yep.
How did that help you out?
Surprisingly, because a lot of I have almost a unique position compared to both, because I've only had one. That's like the only giveaway I've been a part in, and I've similar things I want to do. But I'll answer your question first. So yeah, actually, I did have 3 or 4 or 5 people swing by. Like you said, it inflated my numbers, but I was to the point where I kind of needed that. That helped reach my goal. I think it's things like that really help people who need numbers at the very least. Sure, it inflates your numbers, but if you're at a point where you at least need a bump, that helps.
Yeah.
And then a good point Bloodwings makes is like if you're within like a genre or something you do, and I would say the majority of that audience was very Nintendo based. And if you got, we already thought last podcast, I have very bad opinions of Nintendo, but nonetheless, I do like Nintendo. Like as my part of why I am called the greatest gamer, the 2 zeros, is because I play literally everything. So that's one of my strengths. This is why I do what I do. There is no genre or type of people I can't reach. You know, that's one of the strengths I have. And for people like me, that number exposure like means something to me, because the likelihood of them like seeing maybe one of their favorite games or something, like they're already following. Like, you know, some people stopped following, but surprisingly, a lot of them still stayed. And for me, the first thing I thought, okay, I realized the audience, and I was like, let me start playing a Nintendo game here or there. And I do have a emulator for like Wii and GameCube, Dolphin, for you those who don't know. And that's when these guys actually would swing by, and they swung by for other games. And then they would actually like chat, and it was only 5. Like I can count 5. So for me, it was a good 10 as far as I'm concerned. As long as I can get one person to come from it, I that's the whole point. Like the whole point is for exposure. I don't mind. You know, you might have a 500 follows, but for me, I really do value every single follow. Like that's just me, and I enjoy seeing people from like, because there's sometimes chances where you can't really reach out, and Nintendo is easily one of my weakest points. Again, as much as I do play everything, it's, you know, I don't know, like just a lot of like specifically Nintendo, like in-house party, like that's when it's like I do play their consoles, but I usually tend to play third-party games, not so much their actual own games. But Nintendo people, like you can tell that, I mean, like I said, we talked about it in our console video last time. Like when you only have like a GameCube and Wii's and stuff, you get to play third-party games, but you only get to play the third-party games for that system. And there are some that I knew that friends had, and they'll be like,
it's like with Nintendo, like systems like Nintendo and PlayStation, that's like trying to mix a sole diehard only first-person shooter fan with a sole diehard only 2D fighter fan.
Right.
Like they just don't mix, and that's where I think maybe that's where I didn't benefit from it, because I didn't get any of those. Because I like, yeah, it might have helped you, but it didn't. I know it didn't help me. I didn't get anyone from those numbers. No one came back. I haven't seen anyone. The only people I see now are my regulars that I've met recently, as just meeting people and getting my word out there. And now with giveaways, so the general discussion right here, do you think giveaways help out in any percentage or form?
I mean, again, it's by numbers, but what do those numbers mean if those people aren't coming back? So I would say, look, if the numbers are important to you, then yes. If you wanted to reach a milestone, that's a great option to get to that milestone. Yeah,
like building up hype and trying to get around. Like, oh, I'm about to reach 800 followers. I'm doing this giveaway. Let's go. Okay, I could see that.
Yeah,
but
and you said it like you pop into a stream or something, and it's whatever. I feel like that's why I said, like, when you're small and you're reaching a milestone, it makes more sense, and also more for like an unknown game, you know, because you need to get that name out there. It's like I noticed when it's popular games like Call of Duty, people will always just pop in and that's it.
Yeah. When I play Call of Duty, I get a lot of random people popping because I have my clan is Twitch TV. So before my name, it says Twitch TV to my name, and people could find me easily. What's up, Discreet Grape? Now, what about let's shift this a little bit, but kind of the same discussion, because I was about to bring this up on Blood Din. I started running contests on TikTok, and it's how do you guys feel, and how would you, if you're going to do a giveaway from now on, how would you do audience engagement to be able to where people actually have to work with each other or do something that they have to do to get themselves out there to be able to keep coming back to your stream? How would you guys go about approaching that?
You want me to take this one first, Mash?
Yeah, go for it. I'm still thinking.
It's cool because I wanted to go off more what he said. This is perfect because the way I would do it, like this is my giveaway too, is one as a reward to the people who are staying there, and of course, is spreading the word. And at the same time, I would do it for a game that I really love. It's like a double of what Mash said right there. You know, a game you love, and reward your, I haven't done it yet. This is the thing. So I can't say the results of it yet, but how I would go about it, what I'm doing now is I'm going to do giveaways of games because I have too many games. So that's one of PS3 games I have. And basically it will go to people who are really dedicated to the system. And I want to be known as one of the PS3 streamer guys. So I get my name known out there as one. And two, someone gets to enjoy a game I like. And then they can stick around because even if they may not remember, gift card is something, but then when the game's like, dude, I remember the guy who gave me this. Now that's embedded in your brain. But a second one that I'm really trying to do is I'm going to be hosting a tournament for Umbrella Corps. For those who don't know, Umbrella Corps is one of the best shooters ever made of all time by Capcom, but it didn't sell as well. It actually sold really well, but the numbers just started dropping. You already know, dead games and everything. And I was gonna host it by our Discord, and then people who already have it can come and join. And they get like $5 PSN card or $10 Steam card, depending on your placement. And that's how I would go about it as a reward. So not only are people getting engaged because this is a tournament, and there's an incentive. You get to win some things, and people start to remember, oh, snap, this is the main goal, is to get the word out there. Because literally over 1 million people own this game, but they are not fully aware that there is a Discord and people are still playing it. This is what's weird about this community in particular. Dead communities are a dime a dozen, let's be honest, but how many of them actually have where the game sold really well and people do have them, because most of this is digital. And it was alive for the first month, but the problem was it was just too spread out. And
so
by the time
you're going to essentially run a competition within there where no one has to pay to get into the competition, right, but they have to compete in the competition to be able to do that. And okay.
And that's so it's interesting you asked that. That was perfect into what I was thinking about. But yeah,
what about you?
Well, I would say that, in terms of these like giveaways and engagement, I almost feel like what is the point of just giving something away to somebody that, again, they come, they go, you don't know who they are, they don't know who you are. That usually most of the time doesn't lead to anything else. And that's kind of a shame. That's kind of not what a community is about. So if there was just some way, and I mean there is, it's very simple, but if there was some way to incentivize sticking around, incentivize chatting and supporting the channel and being actually like joining the Discord and taking part in the community. Like if you came up with a system for a giveaway where, for instance, if you're part of the Discord and like we see you around all the time, you get like an extra percentage of chance of winning. If your VIPs get like more points, you're more likely to win the giveaway. Mods are more likely to win the giveaway. That's mods. Everybody needs mods. So like come up with ways to make it so that, Joe Schmo doesn't just walk in and win a giveaway when you have all these regulars that you would love to just like talk to later on about, hey, how are you enjoying the game? And rewarding them for actually just supporting your channel, because though at the end of the day, those people are the ones that are going to stick around by you the longest, and they've been by you the longest. So yeah, that's probably what I would do.
Yeah, because me and Blood, this was Blood's idea to run a competition on TikTok, and the goal was to bring them to my YouTube to help my YouTube channel, spread the word about it, and just spread the Blood Vixen and FinalHarps word around and who we were. So we started a contest, and it gets people engaged into my Discord server because the rules are posted only there, and you have to be a member there to be able to view the rules. And also everyone that's in there, today we just got done, so the first time you step into my server, you have to click the rules and then what roles you are so you can see all the rooms. So if you go in there for the OC contest, you can see just the rules and then dip out or actually engage into the server and see what's it about. And those people, we've grown so fast in the Discord server, and so many people are talking and communicating with each other now and helping each other. It's insane. And we did that through a competition. Now, if I did that through just a giveaway like I did before, would that have gone anywhere? No. It would have just been like, oh, hi, numbers inflate, I don't know who you are, bye. But I have to do this to get the giveaway.
So you're talking explicitly, what is the difference? Competition versus giveaway?
Yeah, actually, yeah, that's what I'm kind of discussing right now. Like the difference between like a giveaway and a competition. A giveaway, people will come and will just press the things that they need to press to be able to obtain the giveaway. But the problem is that person is not engaging, getting to know who you are, and it's like, oh my god, my numbers are huge now. But having huge numbers is not the same as having congruent viewers or congruent watch time on YouTube or people who actually engage in what you're trying to build as a community. But if you do a competition like how Greatest Gamer is or what we do and bring them in full circle of what you do, then they start engaging in you and talking. Not all of them will, but you have a better chance because it's like-minded people and they have to do something that's like-minded or along the genre of what you're doing. Like now these people have to go out of their way, read the rules, like in my particular competition, figure out what to do in their 40-second to minute-long video with using non-copywritten music. And it has to be from thighs up to be able to see for the video to be qualified for majority of the video. Because most of the people do like face cam and that's it. So we're trying to get people out and be creative while people are meeting each other at the same time. And that's what I think the difference is between just doing a giveaway and actually having audience engagement. Audience engagement builds a communication amongst people, makes them remember who you are. Man, these guys ran this and it went so smooth. I made this video. Everyone got to know who I am too. Like that's what like that's the difference between like hosting something that's like engaging for your viewers and your following versus just doing a giveaway. Because I would be salty as hell if I had all these points. I'm that like second in command of this like person's everything. I entered and I don't get it. But some random Joe Schmo that literally just pressed that follow button got it.
You could tweak with the numbers, but yeah, I mean, there's still a chance that they'll win. I mean, it's because the reason why that is because a giveaway, it's basically following the same model as a lottery, whereas a competition, it's following a model that's geared more towards actually doing something. The the entry into just winning a giveaway is, yeah, like you said, you press a button, you type something in chat, whatever. Maybe some people go through Gleam, but the barrier to entry for a competition is you actually have to read the rules. You got to come up with something. And yeah, I do like the sound of what you said about how, like, you know, it's not just about winning. The winning is why everyone's doing it, why they're there. But it's also like, well, you do get to be part of this video. Everybody's going to be part of the video. Everybody can then communicate after the fact. You could talk to each other about, you know, what you thought about the competition, all that kind of stuff. So that's pretty cool too. And I don't think a lot of people after a giveaway will talk to each other, like everyone who participated.
That engagement. So discreet great. You guys can see it what he typed in, and I like that. I mean, there's a certain flaw. Like if you pick a game that's too hard, like Dark Souls, it's gonna be hard to get your engagement. But I think I like that. I think I might do that as well since I play so many games to use my strengths. It's especially like for a game or Skyrim, like Fallout, have like an actual let's play, let people decide, because it's interacting. When you have that interaction, because here's what most people think: oh, I'm not gonna win. But now if you have them like, that was actually really fun. Like the money, they almost forget about the money at that point or whatever the reward is. I was thinking like, oh man, I think I like literally it gave me an idea. What if I play like Fallout or Skyrim, let them decide where do I go? Like, let chat take control. And then who I think has the best decision, like, just like maybe like hand out a reward here or there. Because another thing, if you guys don't know who Lost Pause is, what he does, he goes on Twitter and he tells people, send him like the dankest memes of this certain category, like, Wincest or something like that. And then he gives out rewards according to what he thinks is best from 1 to 5. And yeah,
you could do the same thing with like with the interaction rolling off that. You just made me think like you could do that for your Twitch channel. Like, what is your favorite clip and highlight from my highlights and why? Or what is you have to send me an upload of a short clip this long of you doing this video in this or doing this in this game, or what is your best high score in like Tony Hawk, and send it.
Right. See, I feel
like just
yeah, that sounds good.
That's actually good. That's actually good.
Right. And I think what I like more, I think with those are better than even other ones because you just enter and that's it. But with these, they get to express their personality, you know. Or even when you're playing a game, it's like they take control. That's why I like that aspect of it, and I'm pretty sure they would like it as well. Like you come in for something, but you end up staying for something else, and that's like true for a lot of things. And it's extremely strong. So I think giveaways done, and the reality is they're not done like this. Let's be honest, they're really not. And I'm starting to think we just hit like a gold mine, bro. Real talk, like
that actually is good. Oh, the Street Great is awesome. He's awesome. He actually he's starting out. He's younger, but he's starting to make games. He knows how to do instruments and stuff. He's a really cool dude. He's really cool. He's come in my chat, messed with me, toyed with me. Yeah, it's fun. Yeah, making me say things that I'm not that it's making fun of myself in French. Hilarious.
Yeah. So the real trick here is don't just do a regular generic giveaway. Do it for what you like. Reward your people and do it for a game you love. More importantly, not so much always a gift card. Try to do a game if you can.
If you're going to do a giveaway for growth, you will see numbers inflate, but don't do a giveaway for growth. Do a giveaway for not what is that word? Son of a bitch. No,
because that's part of it.
No, you do a giveaway to what you would do for your regular viewers. Like, I can't think of the fucking word. My God. It basically, no, not clout. You're doing it for like you're doing it to. God damn it! I swear I'm not doing this to waste of time. No,
Max, you got any ideas what he's trying to say? Because I'm out.
I got nothing.
To your viewers that are loyal to you, you do it that to
reward them.
There we go. There's the word. Oh my God!
Really?
Yes. Okay. If you do giveaways to inflate your numbers, that's cool. But honestly, like to keep your regular audience, doing like a giveaway like to your regular audience, and don't even really have to like announce it because just word of mouth, like, hey, I just won this because I watch this guy stream all the time, and I won it because we help each other out, we interact. Like those are the reasons, because you have loyal viewers that come in all the time, interact, talk. Like that's like what Nash's idea on that for giveaways is. That's a perfect idea. Instead of just giving away to get numbers, because yeah, you'll gain numbers, but there's no congruent viewership, no returning audience, there's no interaction. Like that's great to reward your like audience that you have and your members of your community at the time.
What if we do giveaways like this from now on? When you win the thing, you have to write me a book report about everything you thought about the game after the fact and send that to me, and I'll read it on stream.
There's no guarantees that they'll do it because they have the item in hand.
Of course.
Nope, yeah. That's the problem.
Like homework. That sounds like homework. That's where I'm at.
That's wrong. Wait, that's where you're at, but I thought you said that's wrong. But how do you guys like? Okay, I'm doing a lot of talking here, son of a bitch. But like, okay. Let's go into how engagement works. Like, we already did that. God damn it. I'm losing track right now, but if you're going to do a giveaway, do it to reward your congruent viewers, while if you're going to if you want growth, do audience engagement. Figure out a way to like get your word out there, like how me and Blood did with TikTok and doing competitions. Our TikTok is a niche section of TikTok, or our competition is in this section of TikTok, but it brings that whole group together. And with Gamer's idea, with the whole bringing like people together and do this in a competition, but giving away money for it but they have to do the competition, like that, like that's very interesting. Like I like that. But the main reason why this topic got brought up in the first place is that Twitch is doing drops. Has anyone heard of drops? Like, you could even go into your Twitch dashboard, and there is a section for drops. Now, what drops is essentially is that someone will obtain. If you watch this streamer, you will get a code randomly sent to you. I don't know exactly how it works, but that is what I heard. And you can claim the code within the chat. So basically, because you're watching someone that you give two shits about, but their number looks high, you can click on something and get something in-game and never show up again.
Right. You know, it's funny. That's what he was talking about, the drops. That's how this all started. He brought it up, and me and Mash have no idea what that is. Chat, does anyone know what it like? I mean, he's explaining it, sure, but like, has anyone even participated in this? Because I don't even know what that is.
I've heard of a drop. I mean, there are like similar things to drops too, like when people do hype trains, or if some, like, I don't know if you guys are aware of that, but somebody subscribes and another person subscribes, and it keeps happening. Something called sub train or hype train,
It's hype
or
train.
something like
the
that
hype
goes
train,
up.
yeah.
And then random people in the chat will get like a bonus emoji that they get to keep for good, or something like that, you know. So
I remember I went
Twitch
into
has been experimenting with that a lot.
I went to someone's stream, I gave them some bits and started a hype train, and then everyone started throwing money. Yeah, it was pretty cool. It was really cool. But that's kind of different, because that actually, I think, is a great idea, because it gets your audience interacting. Like, oh, no. This is like, I'm auctioning myself, and I'm throwing money at this guy, and I'm going to be the big D right now, because I'm throwing all this money down. And then it's like kind of like, I mean,
I mean, I was just saying from the point of like, that's similar to a drop. That's kind of, I've seen Twitch doing stuff that's similar to that.
Yeah, but like, I personally think that's detrimental to the platform, because now you got all these people coming in that from Twitch hear about it from like random that's never been on Twitch. It's gonna watch this because it's a game that's coming out just to get this particular drop that they cannot use these items 3 to 4 months from now. Only if they get it from the drops. So these people come to Twitch, but then never come back. They don't really actually support the viewer they're watching. They're just watching for the drop. They're just there for numbers. Then, I mean, they're just there, and they're just a number, but they're not actually there for the community. Same thing with giveaways. Now, I don't know. I don't know where to shift this to. Just knowing that, like, how would you interact, Mash, with like a competition? If you were to make like a competition up for whatever it is, YouTube, Twitch, what would you do? But you got a lot of cool channel points, which I might like borrow some of those ideas. But
yeah, feel free to. People, I've borrowed some of those from other people as well. It's like, it's just like a family thing. We all just do what we do.
It's pretty cool. It's pretty cool. And how would you, if you were going to have disposable income, cause audience interaction with your channel to bring more people in and bring your community bigger?
Well, so okay, if I was gonna do it, I would probably. So I don't know if you got to check it out, but I reviewed Final Fantasy VII recently, the remake, and that was an experiment in and of itself, because it's kind of like doing. It was live, which then kind of sucks because I can't edit it and like, or I mean, I can't edit it, but I can't make it like perfect because it has to just run through, and I can't take too much time. So there's a bit of stammering and and all, and like pauses and stuff. And it's almost like it's pre-done content, but it's kind of not. And there was a bunch of graphics I had to pre-do. So I did that, and it was pretty experimental. But yeah, I mean, the reason I do stuff like that is I love to critique and review stuff and listen to what other people have to review. I love video essays, things like that. If I was going to do some kind of contest or competition to get any kind of interaction or engagement, I would love to do one where people have to review something like a game that you recently played, or a game from like a specific genre or category, or maybe I could put out some points like I feel about different games or categories or genres, and then you have to give me like some kind of rebuttal or reasons why you agree or disagree, so something like that, pretty much. And then yeah, put it up on YouTube. We review it. I think that's probably the way I would do it if I was going to. Yeah.
Okay, that's cool. That's cool. Do you plan to?
I mean, maybe. potentially. It's like it would be the Final Fantasy review was like 6 hours of work to do that video, and I'm still not fully happy with it, and there's still things I need to tweak and whatnot. So it would be a lot of work to do something like that. My thing is just I don't know if people are gonna want to engage. I think they would. I would like to think that people watch Let's Play content because they do kind of want to hear what other people have to say about a certain game. Like, oh, I'm watching this guy play Mario 64 because I want to see what he thinks about Mario 64 and compare it to what I think about it. So maybe that would get kind of some engagement. People will come back like, oh, this is the dude that he thinks this way on this topic or about this game, and then they come back. That's what I would like to think. I don't know if that's always. I don't know how effective
what you
that would
could
be.
do for, like, you know how you're saying, bring them to like your video, to this, and you tell them you have to find the particular numbers throughout the video. Say like a number randomly appears in like a corner of something or a random spot, and you have to find all the numbers throughout the whole video. And you have to put them in order to be able to enter into the competition. So, like, that's just something like that's like straight. Like, you have to turn off all comments to review only. So if someone tries to.
Is that like an Uncharted puzzle? Sounds like an Uncharted puzzle.
But if you think about it, you're getting people to watch your full episode. You might get actual like constructive feedback. You get people engaging into your video because they're actually like, oh, if I watch this video and actually get all these numbers and I put them in order correctly, I get entered into something.
But I mean, couldn't you also just do that by like what we're talking about this? What really excites me about the idea, what I find interesting about it, is that it kind of feels like being a teacher, or like a professor or something like that. Why deal with numbers that, again, I mean, maybe people can find other ways around. Why not just build it that throughout the entire video you are discussing a bunch of points and they have to watch the whole video to break down basically the guide. You're not going to give them the guideline and all the instructions right at the first 50 seconds of the video.
Like, same concept.
You're gonna do it over the course of the whole video, and then you would actually have to watch it because you're gonna have to give your answer thoroughly with like all the questions.
Same concept. I just misinterpreted it first, but yeah, same exact concept. But you could do little catches like that on like your YouTube channel, and like throw in random numbers. Be like, here are these numbers. What numbers did you find? And you can enter to win this.
Right. And
it forces people to watch it, which generates the average watch, or not the average, but the 4K watch hours, and it'll make people be like, this was actually fun. I think the video, then as people keep trying and do that, they'll start watching your content. Some will come back and be like, I like this, but can you try this? Can you add that? Because I get that I don't get that too much on my TikTok videos, but those are one of the ones that give me the most comments. And some just throw in, hey, you missed this, or hey, what about this? Or hey, what about this? Like outside questions. Well, I don't know. I have no clue where the fuck that my train just went to, but it went that way.
Well, I think that's because, like, watching someone do something or just watching a content is very passive by itself. So, yeah, I mean, people will come and they go. Watch numbers can be really low because there's not really much for them to do. If they get bored, they just click away to another video or out entirely. But yeah, something like this could actually, it's almost like it turns your content into a little bit of a game for them.
Yeah.
A little bit of a contest.
I might have to do that one. I like that one. Okay. So we talked about giveaways. We talked about competitions. And we still got some time left. Does anyone else want to throw in any ideas before we move on to a different subject? Unless you guys got something else you want to add or say, because I'm running out of ideas on this one.
It's funny. These things get so many things I like rolling. This is what I like. As long as I think in the future we remember engagement and doing things different, like do what it's done, but have it in a way where near target. I thought of two things, because I already thought about this. Like later, I'm gonna have like a way to recommend or my favorite videos, and then I have people tell me what your favorites are, and then from there pick a list. Like everything's just the same thing, but with different things. Like doing it in every way, and I post it on Twitter. I'd stream live, like me rewatching my favorite videos that I did on YouTube. and then and then randomly giving out like that's like I said, engagement and getting myself more exposure. And then the second thing I was thinking of, I lost it. Or no, like just have it like like say like for a really big one, say like for Street Fighter, I was like this one makes sense too. Like you beat me in like best of 3. Oh, you get like a $10 gift card or something. Then that's like mega engagement. But my rules would be like be wired 5 bars, and then or 4 if I feel like it's not too bad. Then all right, you get the $10 dues on PSN.
It'd be cool for fighting games.
Yeah.
If you could do like show me your progression in the fighting game, like let me see how you've gotten better and you've trained.
That's the idea. As long as we have find new unique ways to adapt something that already exists, but in areas no one has adapted before, like that.
Yeah,
and we 3 need to have a meeting off camera and just have a discussion of this on time and actually utilize it for each of our fields, or just have a podcast about it. Like, oh, we are.
Yeah. I also wanted to throw in real quick before we change topic or go where we have to go. But you guys are familiar with the website Gleam.io?
Yes, that's what I use for the 2 competitions or giveaways. So
over at Two Stupid Gamers, me and Zero did a giveaway for a Rick and Morty Funko Pop a long time ago, and we had some interesting results with it. But yeah, I mean, from that one experience, I kind of learned that there's a bunch of people on the internet, and it's not just Gleam, but I think Gleam might be like the worst for this, where some people just make like Twitter accounts, Discord accounts, YouTube accounts, Instagram, all that stuff, Twitch, just so that they could participate in Gleam competitions. So, you find all these people like, wow, suddenly we're getting like this person followed, this person subscribed, this person did this. And then it's like, you don't see those people again. You look at their channels, they're pretty inactive. And it's like, what's going on here? Why is it that suddenly it's like, we got all this activity, but it's not, it feels very empty. And it's like, yeah, I mean, those people just look for giveaways. Like you could Google giveaway and find a bunch of people that are, some dudes on his Twitch page giving away, $10 on Steam or something like that. And they look for that. They go to Gleam, or if it's Gleam, then they just use all the like 15 different accounts that they have. And it's something that you should be, I think as a content creator doing a giveaway, you should definitely be aware of. It was thrown out in the chat that like you shouldn't just do it for people that aren't new necessarily, but I think you should also be aware that there exist a lot of these sort of kind of, I don't know what you want to call them, but people that they just want to do a giveaway. And I mean, they're not there for you. They're literally just there to take what you're giving away.
Yeah, like and that's where like you should do that like certain milestones, like give away at anyone. If I reach this, I'll give this away. Or if but then you should also have something just for your fans also, like your community that you have built. And
that's why I was also saying like don't like advertise the giveaway so heavily. If you're doing a stream and you mention it like candidly on stream, your followers your actual like regulars, they'll know because they watch your streams. But don't like put it in the title, don't like advertise it on Twitter or anything like that, because then you're gonna get it's gonna put you in the awkward situation where a bunch of bots show up or people that are just scouring for giveaways,
Yep. But like you could do like $100 giveaway, but for subs only. Like you could do something like that, and then you might obtain more subs because subs. If I'm a sub, that costs $5. I have a chance to win 100.
But now, where does that fall in terms of like legality, like gambling or something like that? Does Twitch get mad about anything like that, or is it okay because it's a gift card?
That I don't know.
Yeah.
That's something we have to look into.
Because don't they do this thing on YouTube where you can't?
That's YouTube,
you can't
though.
ask for on YouTube. You can't ask for subs in exchange for something.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, no.
Yeah. Yeah.
I think it's safe to say we might see that on Twitch.
No, but they do have sub-only giveaways, though. I know people like, bro, sub for sub. Yeah, that's something.
Bro,
different.
Follow for follow. I'll follow you back if you follow me.
Yeah, I've gotten so many of those, and I'm like, no, they do. There was some people where they were giving away a big laptop. It might not work. Well, it wouldn't be real cash. It would be a gift card. I think that's where the loophole is. Someone was giving away a laptop, but it was subscribers only could do the marble game. So that's where the catch was. It wasn't that they were subscribers only could actual enter into the thing. Oh, you get what I'm saying? Like, it's kind of a weird loophole because at this point now the chat's only subscribers only, but you have to be a subscriber to be able to play that game at that time.
Right, but it's like you're not winning because you subscribed. You're winning because you entered the marble game, but the only way you could enter the marble game is because you subscribed.
Yes. I think that's the loophole, because like if the title doesn't say this, if the title doesn't say that, and then he just says it, well, it's the chat's on subscribe or follow or subscribers only. So, I mean, if you want to be able to type something, you gotta be a subscriber.
You know what? I'm glad that real quick, if I could interject, I'm glad that About Names brought up the whole sub for sub thing or follow for follow. I think a lot of content creators, especially the like smaller content creators, we've been burned by stuff like that. But every time I see that, it reminds me of being a little bit younger when I was playing Little Big Planet on the PS3, and I used to be a trophy grinder. There was a trophy, or there was actually a couple trophies where you had to get a certain number of responses to something that you posted on. So very similar to this, and it was like, you have to get 50 hearts on one of your levels that you shared. You have to get 20 followers, on your Little Big Planet profile account. And every person that wanted that trophy, what they did was they would go to 50 people's levels. They would comment like for like or follow for follow. And yeah, I mean, you would just see like a stream of these comments. It was like one after another, follow for follow, follow for follow, follow for follow, because people just wanted to get the platinum trophy in the game. And yeah, I mean, I'm like, wow, that was very empty. Like, it's such an empty feeling to do that, and it really doesn't do anything for you, except if you want a trophy. But I mean, what's a trophy? Trophy's not that valuable.
No, so I just looked it up. From what I can see, it says it depends on the region or the subs only. But if you do that loophole, say, oh, give away this, but turn on chat for this, the giveaway technically is only for subs only. But the thing is, you can't play the game unless you're a sub. It's kind of a weird loophole, because the title is not subs only. It's just at that time, the chat was only subs only. It's very weird. But yeah, what I'm reading, it says, subs only giveaways are illegal in the US according to the FTC. Sweepstakes type promotion that requires purchase by participants are illegal in the United States. So it's all United States, actually. And legitimate sweepstakes are free and by chance. It's illegal to ask you to pay or buy something to enter or increase your odds of winning.
That's why every single time in your lifetime, if you live in America, you've ever seen a sweepstakes or a giveaway, like an official one on TV, it would always say like something, you're not required to buy or do anything to enter. You could enter for free
to enter. Yeah. Okay. That's interesting. Wow. Okay.
That's why that is.
Okay. We all just learned something new.
Right. Gambling laws are
weird. Yeah. Well, that one's really weird to me, because I've seen people do it on Twitch, and I'm wondering what is the loophole, and I don't know who to actually ask on that one. I got a guy I could ask, but I'm not sure he'll know the answer or has actually done that accordingly in that sense. But yeah.
So then, yes, if we said it earlier to do sub for sub, or sorry, if we said earlier, only subs giveaway, guys, do not do that.
No, that's illegal.
Don't do that. That's illegal. We just found that out.
And that's all of United States. Now for the sub for sub and follow for follow. Yeah, I mean, everyone I think has looked into it. Everyone has thought about it. But it does, especially as new, because I tried it, it did nothing for me. And I realized that quickly after getting like 20 or 30 or more, I can't remember, it didn't do anything. And I actually YouTube weeded those out because I started losing subs because they do the whole, oh, if this person's not active, we just unsub everyone. So like if you got a channel that you're never on and is not active, they just unsub to other ones. So yeah, that's the thing. The loophole is they announce it in sub only chat, which is allowed.
You know, it's another thing about that though is that after a while, I think like maybe not all social media accounts, but some social media accounts delete mostly dead inactive accounts.
Mm-hmm.
So it's not even just that person deletes
Yeah.
them; they could also just have their account deleted because they never use it.
So that's the thing. Like sub for sub does nothing because it does not create congruent viewership. Follow for follow is just silly on Twitch. I mean, I literally went through my followers list recently and took off everyone I don't watch, everyone who has not come into my channel, because I believe that everyone works together on if you're a streamer, everyone works together. So if like Mash the Stampede, if I go into his stream quite often, he goes into my stream quite often, even if it's just to say hello or hi or lurking, it's appreciation that like you are there. And Greta is the same thing. Like he pops in my stream all the time, but like if you're a person who popped, like I pop in your stream and then I'm talking to you and you're not talking back, or you don't even come to my stream after I've raided you a few times or try something, I unless I really like you, I'm going to unfollow you because like I have no reason to keep coming to you because I believe to become successful, you have to work together. You have to. And like even the bigger people like Tim the Tatman, Dr. Disrespect, before Shroud left and before Ninja left, they were always like talking and playing with each other while on stream, and they still do, but they would their audience would just move back and forth on who they chose to watch for the day. Like, and that's because they play the same games around the same time. When Escape for Tarkov was hot, Tim the Tatman, Shroud, Ninja, and freaking what's his name? Dr. Disrespect were playing it. When Call of Duty came out, same thing. When Valorant with the demos or whatever code they got, they're doing the same thing. So it's like it's a team. If you don't want to work as a team, I don't keep you a part like of my mental team members. Like you all, everyone I hang out with and talk to, you all are team members. You all help. You all like do stuff together, and it's great. Like we're a team.
You know what's? It's kind of I'm sorry, Grace. Did you have something to say?
Oh yeah, no, I was like, he's absolutely right. Like for me, this is why I don't like the follow for follow. It's like empty. Like I already have so many people I actually follow. Like, you know, like that was my biggest point is like these people don't really like, they don't interact. They don't honestly make good content. They're just trying to find an easy route. That's a big problem. And they don't come to me. I mean, I don't mind if it's a one-way streak, but like there has to be like something like you go genuinely. And how he even says like, yeah, I go to your stream and his, but I don't go just because, you know, like, oh, just because they help me. Like I had some appreciation, but that's shallow. Like I want to genuinely go and enjoy. You guys chat back and you guys play games. You were playing Pikmin the other day. Like I remember the stuff like, you know, and you guys talk back. Like it's just something we do. Like I realize like we're doing exactly what he's doing. Like we're in a podcast right now, but it's natural. Like that's the best part. I don't think like that's the, you know, going with where he goes, but it has to be natural.
Mm-hmm.
That's the thing.
Yep.
It has to be natural. And it's something you genuinely enjoy and you just do. Like you just end up, oh, I didn't mean like, oh, I just came to say hi. Oh, I've been here for an hour just enjoying talking to you. I should probably do something.
That's
it.
That was like yesterday. I opened up my laptop after taking a nap, and then I hear Greatest talking. I'm like, what the fuck? I realized he was still in the tab from earlier and he still was on. At a long time. Jeez. Imagine signing an MLB. I got a Tinker Source. It's hard for me to talk sometimes. MLB NFL style contract to Steam. Huh? Oh, to stream.
Yeah. But
that would be very interesting, actually. Very interesting.
Right.
Yeah.
Yeah. But yeah, you were about to say something, man. Before
Yeah.
a little.
No, I was just gonna say something back on the topic of the giveaways, but yeah, I mean, like, I almost feel like another downside to the giveaway, because you always have to think about how people feel. When I came over to Twitch from YouTube, I wasn't aware of this all like lurkers concept for the most part. And I guess technically you do have lurkers on YouTube as well if people aren't commenting, but on Twitch it's like you will have a small percentage of your viewers are the people that are commenting, but then you also have a bunch of lurkers. But those people do not necessarily like to talk. And there are different reasons. Everybody has their reasons. Some people want to talk, some people don't want to talk. It might make someone uncomfortable to actually participate, but they do want to watch. So I kind of thought about it. I'm like, wouldn't a giveaway have the same response to in a person? Like, oh, you gave me this thing. It's like, oh man, now I have to like now I have to go to your channel and talk to you, and because you did this really nice thing for me. And that's a lot of pressure. Some people might be like, fuck yeah, I'll come to every one of your streams. You just bought me the new game I really wanted to. But for some people, that might create like an unnecessary amount of pressure for them, and they don't actually
because they might not want the interaction because they might just they're very silent. They just like being there. Like there's a lot of streams like I will pop in, but like Maximilians, you're not going to get response from Max. I have before, ironically, but it's very rare you're going to get a response from someone that big. So I just pop it in and it's background noise.
Right.
But like for a low end streamer, like for me, like I come in, I'm a talkative fuck. If you don't respond to me, I don't follow you. Period. Because like you're a small streamer. You don't have a lot of people go there. If it takes you about 15 minutes to respond, there's something wrong with you. Like, no one's going to come unless you are like the 2-time champ or someone who's been making content for years. No one's going to want to stick around if you're not talking to them. Like, I don't know. I'm just a talkative fuck, and yeah.
No, he's right. I absolutely I have the same mentality. Well, not in the sense as a viewer, but as someone who is streaming. Like I like to make like, well, and that's why I got a computer, because sometimes things just happen, like, I'll go out for a second, or I was too focused in the games. It depends on the games. And like he said, like a good example is like Underscore. Like he's gotten better. This is why he's a pretty decent streamer, because he is one of the best Kami players for Street Fighter 5, and he's on PS4, so he has like two good things. He has the reason why he can't see chat, because PS4 chat is terrible. And two, well, he's like one of the best. And he's also playing a fighting game. It's pretty hard to read chat when you're playing a fighting game. Unless you have a robot in your ear telling you every time someone is talking. But yeah, no, I have that mentality. I even like will message people, oh, thanks for speaking by. So they know that I do see it. Just things tend to happen. That's why I got the robot I have, like, just so I can hear sometimes when chat's going on. So I'm absolutely agree with that mentality. Even if I myself may not have that outlook as a viewer.
Fucking with your robot. I'm sorry. Every time like the greatest is streaming and he's got the robot on, I always try to throw in a troll fucking thing like www.
Oh, I did that too before. Yeah, like I'm speaking as the robot overlord, and I'm about to take over.
Oh my god!
It's a fun thing. See, that's the other thing I like about it. It's an extra fun factor, but.
That's what the channel points were for me. And I was actually thinking about doing like a temporary, like we'll do 10 minutes of text to speech if you redeem the channel point redemption or something like that. Because you want to think about other ways to get people to participate. And the channel points are great at doing that. I recently overhauled them all. So yeah.
Yeah. Yeah, people are saying a lot of good stuff in chat. Actually, some people with the whole chatting stuff. That's really true, because there's like with fighting games, extreme heated moments. It's really hard to just glance over. Like when I was playing Final Fantasy 14 and raiding, I was able to do maximize DPS and glance at chat. Now, if you said something long, I would be like, I'll get back to you in a moment. But if you said like beep beep like that, I would say beep beep, right? And I would keep going in the chat, and I would have to actually mute myself in the raid because people are hearing what I'm saying, trying to communicate with each other, and I'm like, damn. And then I would start talking to them, they couldn't hear me, and it's like, damn. Like it was kind of a weird situation when it comes to rating, especially if you're like doing Final Fantasy 14 type stuff. Communication is key. But if I like, for me personally, if I'm playing a freaking first person shooter, I don't care if I die. It's not really like a whole huge thing if I win. I'm just chilling. It's the same concept, Atma, but yeah, you have to like be in certain spots, certain times, do certain attacks, kill off certain ads, make sure everyone survives, and don't do dumb shit. And like, it's really hard. It's really hard to train yourself, like, but you have to know the fight so well where like you don't even really have to look at your controller or what you're doing to be able to nail that. But that all comes in time. But if you literally sit there and like, what's cool about like MMOs and communicating with your chat is like, you sit there and you could pause the game and just stop and like, all right, I'm catching up on chat. Okay, this. And you can put it like on an intermission screen or a different screen or whatever it is and glance over at chat. That's what's cool about MMOs. First-person shooters in between rounds. A lot of people will, if they play first-person shooters, they'll understand it. But there's some people where like, even after that match is over or even after that, there's nothing, no one's responding. And it's kind of messed up. Like, I personally, I like talking to people. I like getting to know them. Like, as these two know, like, I don't stop at times. Like, I'm just sitting here like the entire time, and it could be like full paragraphs. Right, Greatest? I mean, right, man? Shit. And if you don't respond to it, I personally find that's disrespect, because I came into you to ask you a question about what's going on. Yeah, you're not going to respond right away or something, but if you don't respond at all, it's frustrating. But there's some people I know and watch that because I've watched them, I know they respond slow or what game they're doing. It's a weird situation, but the fast, like, in my opinion, if you respond to chat in a snap and only miss like a few comments here and there, your people are going to keep coming back because you're acknowledging them. Hence, like when Greatest, when I was talking, was typing in chat, even you, Mash, or when you two were talking, I was typing in chat just to keep the interaction going, because that's what the whole live interaction is about. It's like, it's called interaction. Once you build that community up and a lot of people are talking, other people will answer questions for you. Like, you watch, as I said earlier, watching Maximilian, his chat, people answer for him instead of him answering.
Right.
Yeah, the Mega 64 podcast does the same thing. If someone has a question that, like the Mega 64 podcast, they generally 95% of the time, they're just doing the podcast. They don't engage with the chat, but there is someone that's using the account. And if people have a question that needs to be answered, that account will answer it as well.
Interesting.
Yeah.
All right. So we're reaching around, I think we're a little over.
No, we're at an hour now, a little over. That's good. Is there anything that chat wants to say or talk about before we take off?
Right.
Because I think we're gonna. Who are we rating into tonight?
Well, regardless who you're rating,
good recommendations.
Right, just
are you live, Greatest? Because I'll rate into you. But if anyone has anything to say before we take off, we're gonna go right into this sexy person as a person in the background that's just been wailing his arms around and going wee.
Ooh, you funny.
I try to be.
You're funny.
Let's see. Speedrunners seem to get the most repetitive questions. They use command.
Yeah, that's
true.
Yes.
But
true.
Well, if you think about it, speedrunners, most people are there to watch the person do speedrunning, and they're going to get asked, how the hell do you speedrun this game? Like, that's going to be a real common question. Like, I have my TikTok guides on YouTube, and I get the same question over and over, and I've made guides because I get those questions over and over. And then I would link them like, hey, check out this video, or try this if this doesn't work, if depending on the video that they watched. That's very interesting. But like, you could put in, like, you could just see like this, like FAQ. Oh, what the hell did I do? Okay, there we go. You could put like FAQ if it falls in that line, right? Frequently asked questions, and it just pops up a list, or like one of your congruent viewers could come up and say it. But if you're new at it, then a frequently asked question would be good too if it's like a common one. But if it's not, or you could just answer it, depending on what kind of person. That takes a lot of patience. So like, I've gone through like 600 or 700 comments of this pretty much the same thing. How do you do this? And it's like, have you seen all the other comments? But I understand a lot of people aren't tech savvy. They don't understand the comments. They don't understand how this stuff works. They just know like the basics of like, oh, I do this, this happens. If I press this, this happens. But doesn't understand the concepts of it. Yeah. I have no clue.
Interesting though is that speedrunners could also be the type of people that they might be able to pay attention to chat because they're doing the same, they're practicing the same game that they've run a bunch of times.
Yep.
And there might be certain sections that they're just kind of used to already. Like a friend of mine runs Zelda 2, and he beat the final boss without actually looking at the screen. So yeah. Because he knows what to do. That being said, that one I think it's just you just mash the button.
Yeah, it's one of those where it's like you just make custom commands, and depending on how you feel for the day or like want to answer, it's up to you. But that it would get annoying. It's like Alpha Gaming. Right, as you've been in Alpha Gaming's channel before, he gets a lot of questions because he is a Twitch streamer, YouTuber, influencer, because he gets a lot of questions about how to do this, how to do that, what to do. It's like, should I get a better camera? Should I buy $1,000 camera? And then he'll come back like, do you have a camera already? Yeah. Well, do you have lighting? No. Get lighting first, then see if you need a camera. Like I run on a $40 camera. I think it does the job pretty good. I want to upgrade for my YouTube videos and stream, but no real point. It looks good. I mean, I'm not doing modeling, but but that's the thing. And then he'll answer the same question 1,000 times because some people just go in there for one question and leave.
Right. And
then some other people will stay for a while. It's just it's the nature of the beast when you become an influencer. And I get that a lot. Like that's what I'm trying to do is become a TikTok influencer and like just a content creator in general influencer too on top of it. But it's a part of the beast. It's it's a lot of fun though. Where are you? Oh, you are live. Okay. Anything else you two want to say or anything before we move this over to Greatest Gamer?
Yeah, no, I got nothing.
I'll just be streaming tomorrow, starring Sonic.
Yeah.
Yeah, okay, sounds good. Sounds good. And the Blood's very correct on that. Like at least interact, like saying that, hey, I'll get to your comment, just hold on a minute and stuff. And well, without further ado, we're gonna go raid the sexy man muffin of a beast here. He's got a robot of a voice chat if you can't pay attention, and just mess with it a little. It's kind of funny, especially when you get into go la 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 la.
Nah, I do what you want. I don't care. If you enjoy it, power to you.
No, but what I like is that I get you to turn it off, and that's the funny thing. That is the funny thing.
See, look, I'm the kind of person where even if I get upset, I'm like, if you're happy, then I'm not as upset. That's why I don't mind raging in games. Like, I find them funny. I think it's funny. So it's like, you know what? I see the appeal.
Before this counts down, Happy Mother's Day, everyone who is a mother.
Happy Mother's Day, that's correct.
Please go say Happy Mother's Day to your mom. I'm pretty sure I saw the Mario thing above my head. Threw it in here. I thought it fit kind of with us pretty good. And this the podcast from last week should be up soon if it's not up already. I don't know if I got the notification. And that's it. We're going to move this to Greatest Gamer. And you all know him. He's part of the podcast. And I think it was great. Thank you for the questions. And bye. Peace.